Oh, Jared, I haven't seen you since you tried losing your virginity. How's it going for you?
How's your YouTube channel going?
What do you want, Jared?
What if I told you you could see 3 to 4 movies today, one after the other? I want to propose an idea. Have you ever heard of cinema hopping?
What?
Well, it's when you go from cinema to cinema, watching movies, but you only have the ticket from the first movie you saw. And I also noticed that there were no security cameras.
No, we're not doing it. I get that you're trying to go for some sort of Ocean's 11 style plan because Ocean's 8 just came out and that's topical and great. But I want actual character from you, not for you to come in every couple months and talk to me. I mean, who knows? You might in October try to kill me when I'm trying to look after my siblings and my parents are away. I mean, it's really just not worth it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a movie to review.
In 3.5 weeks, the Met will be hosting its annual ball, and we are going to rob it. Look at you. $16.5 million in each of your bank accounts 5 weeks from now. That's a lot.
Ocean's 8 is directed by Gary Ross and it stars Sandra Bullock, Cate Blanchett, Rihanna Awkwafina, Mindy Kaling, Helena Bonham Carter, Anne Hathaway, James Corden, and I'm forgetting the last person, Sarah Paulson. There we go. Named them all. First try. Gotcha. So Ocean's 8 is the spin-off of the Ocean's 11 franchise, directed by Steven Spielberg, starring George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon. Those movies. This is the spin-off. Sandra Bullock plays George Clooney's little sister, Debbie Ocean, and Debbie Ocean has just gotten out of prison after doing 5 years jail, and she's going to perform a heist at the Met Gala, stealing a necklace from the famous actress Diane Kruger, played by Anne Hathaway, and she recruits a bunch of people to help her steal the jewelry, which may be 6, 7, or 8. It's slightly confusing how this whole name title works with it without getting into too much. Let's start off with the positives of Ocean's 8. The chemistry amongst the cast. I'd say you can compare it to the original. Absolutely, it holds up so well, and the chemistry amongst everyone is absolutely terrific. The back and forth between Cate Blanchett and Sandra Bullock is terrific. And there isn't really a Matt Damon character for them to have, probably because there's less cast members. So, you just got this Brad Pitt versus George Clooney banter that goes back and forth of how they recruit, and it's terrific. The recruiting scenes are really fun to watch, and the heist scene in the third act, very fun to watch as well. You really invested in this heist at that point, because Ocean's 8, first and foremost, is a good heist movie. Another thing that's great to see in this movie, Cate Blanchett keeps her Australian accent. Terrific. Terrific stuff. Well done, everyone. We have an Australian character. Another thing that I was incredibly impressed by is how well it fits into the Ocean's 11, 12, 13 series. Is if you added Ocean's 8 after Ocean's 13, you could clearly tell that this was heavily influenced by Soderbergh, and I would not be surprised if you could say this was directed by Soderbergh, because the editing, the music, it's all so similar to the original 3 that you just can't look at it and go, Gary Ross actually directed this and not Steven Soderbergh, because it fits in so terrifically well with the original 3. And that's a positive, because it fits in incredibly well and it's surprising and it's great at the same time, and also slightly bad at the same time, because it just shows that Gary Ross took a lot from Soderbergh and not... I wouldn't say that he put his own unique spin on the Oceans franchise, he tried to imitate Soderbergh. The performances across the board are good. I didn't find anyone cringeworthy, I didn't think anyone was unnecessary, to the cast, I guess, and everyone gives a good performance, which is a good thing. And the movie overall, it's fun, it's enjoyable, it's an enjoyable movie. And then we get to some of the negative things, and I think that this movie is mainly overridden by, product placement. Because there's a lot of product placement in this movie. Coca-Cola, iRobot. By iRobot, I don't mean the TV show, I mean those robot vacuum cleaners, the little disc ones. SodaStream, a bunch of them. It's there galore. You even get Octonaut toys. If you don't know what the Octonauts are, ask your 3-year-old child. Even an entire scene where they're just surrounded by, products. And they're just pointing out, how do you explain this? Oh, eBay. Alright. The movie feels like there might be one or too many different plot threads just left hanging. And I also have a very large problem with the pacing. The pacing is way off. It's sort of similar to how the pacing is in Ocean's 12, and that it's It takes a really long first act to try and get everyone organised together and actually go like, this is the heist, this is what we're doing. And then the second act sort of goes by and it doesn't feel like there's a huge amount of preparation for the heist. And then all of a sudden the heist begins and I'm sort of thrown off by, oh, we're already at the heist? Like, doesn't it feel a little too soon to have a heist? You know, give it more, maybe like 5-10 minutes, then we can do the heist. And then of course the heist completes and you're like, alright, we're done, aren't we? We're done. We're out of this. We're done. Goodbye. But not for long, because there's a lot more to the movie. There's like, you think the movie's wrapping up? There's another 15 minutes left. It just seems to roll on, and it sort of like goes like, we're nearly done, and we're not. Okay, nice job. Nice job, everyone. We were nearly there. Don't get me wrong, I love a good heist movie. Ocean's 8, good heist movie. But I say good, like, as in, it's better than alright, but it's definitely not better than good. It's just good. It's right with the middle where I can say Ocean's 8 is one and done. Have you seen Ocean's 8? What did you think of it? What's your favourite Ocean's movie? Is it the original one starring Frank Sinatra? Or is it Ocean's 12? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe and comment on the Platypus. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Well done, you made it to the end of the video. Why don't you click on one of these two videos for more content or subscribe so just to be reminded of when I upload. Also, I've got a Facebook link. I don't have an external link to that because you've got to be part of YouTube's partner program for that. And I don't have enough subscribers or watch time to be part of the YouTube partner program. So, subscribe. That'd be great.